Welcome back, nerds. This is season 3 of Big Effin Nerds. And as we said before, we had a little surprise for you. We got a guest in the building. This is our good buddy, good pal, good old friend.
I'm not.
What?
I'm not important.
Who is this guy?
Oh, I found him off the street.
Yeah.
I found
Kind of true. that's not too far off.
Yeah, this is our good friend Marco.
Yeah.
Yes,
sir. Hello.
First guest ever
Podcast.
for the podcast. He is our self-proclaimed biggest fan.
Yep.
And hey,
Only fan.
at least we got one. I'll take that.
Right?
I'll take it.
You guys got a little diversity going now. That's pretty cool.
Well, hold up now.
Wait,
I am diverse within myself.
You
Matt is the one that.
Oh, now you got more.
What do you mean? What do you mean, people? Hey, you remember last time when I said we allow dweebs in now?
Yeah. Is he the dweeb?
Oh, what? This is why I'm covering the nerd.
Yeah, Matt only said that in anticipation for him to come on the podcast.
Yeah.
But
Gotta roll out the carpet, yeah.
Marco, why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself before we roll right into the main episode?
I am not. I'm just boring.
Put him on the spot.
That's the worst. There's nothing at all for me to say.
It's
It's like when a teacher wants you to do like a icebreaker in the beginning of class. And you're like, fuck.
Let's all go around, say our names, say a little bit about yourself, and and everybody's like,
Like, what did you do this summer? Nothing.
My name's Timothy and I kick rocks.
Yeah. Literally.
all right, next.
All right. Cool.
Timothy.
My name's Sam and I eat rocks.
Yeah, well, anyway, if you guys watched any of our gameplay videos, this is old First Mate Dingle Dick, as I call
First
him.
made tingle dick at your service.
He's the one that I partner with to make Matt's life a living hell in that game.
Yep.
So
Precisely.
yeah,
Basically, whenever he's not playing with Matt, I'm just annoying him while he's gone.
That's correct.
this is very true. This is very true.
All right. So, you guys want to hear a fact?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. Rolling out with that good old.
Well, that's too bad because I don't have one. No, I'm just kidding. I do got one.
Yeah, he never has one.
Speaking of pirates,
Yeah.
I picked this as in regards to that. So the world's most successful pirate in history was a lady named Ching Shi. I think is how you pronounce that.
Shang-Chi.
No, that's what I thought too, but it's Ching because I thought it was Chang Shi.
Ching.
Ching Shi, Shih. So I think it's Shi.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah. She was a prostitute in China until the commander of the Red Flag Fleet. Oh, that was a tongue twister for a second. Almost messed up pretty bad.
Red Flag Fleet. Oh.
See what I'm saying?
The flag and fleet kind of make it a little bit more of a little razzle dazzle.
Problematic.
A little razzle-dazzle.
Until the Red Flag Fleet bought and married her, but her husband considered her his equal, and she became an active pirate commander in the fleet. She was a bad bitch.
Yeah.
Doing bad shit.
She was like Mulan before Mulan.
Yeah, right? Just swashbuckling Mulan.
Like, it's not a racist thing. Mulan was Chinese.
Yeah.
What do you want from me? I'm sorry.
Did you just assume?
Their nationality?
No, it's not an assumption. It's fact.
It's fact.
You just assumed
Quit
it's fact.
fighting me all the time. God damn it. All right.
So that was that.
It's a nice little fact.
Yeah, I thought it tied in. We played a little bit of Sea of Thieves earlier, waiting for you.
There we go.
Whatever.
We can play again later.
No, I don't care.
All right, fuck it.
Voicemail.
All right, fuck it, Marco. You want to play? Now we're gonna get right into the whole
First day jitters. First day jitters.
Wow, you guys
Nerdy
do that shit
news.
live. That's pretty cool.
nerdy news and reviews.
Yeah.
And we don't have really too much news.
Yeah, none that I'm aware of. Only thing I can think of really, March 24th, I believe, Resident Evil 4 remake's coming out. So that's going to be pretty tight.
Oh, that's already on the 24th.
There's some shit coming out in April, but I'll let you know next time.
And then,
Sick.
I mean, only other real news I could come up with is Demon Slayer's already out. But the
movie?
But yeah, the Demon Slayer movie's already out, but the newest episodes will be coming out in April. I think. I don't have an exact date, but yeah.
That sounded way louder than I thought it would.
Yeah, a lot of shit coming out March and April.
Yeah. No, there's something else that is coming out, actually. Oh, John Wick comes out in April. John Wick 4.
I still got to watch 3.
Do you really?
You haven't seen 3 yet?
The one with Halle Berry
Yeah, I haven't seen
and the
one.
pups and the
I've seen-
doggies?
Yeah, I
Is that where he fights Common, or is that the second one? I feel like that's the third
I think That was the one where we had the battle with the suppressor.
Yeah. Oh, that's right. That was the
that
second
second or third?
That was the second.
I think it was.
No, it was the second one.
Oh. Well, then maybe I should rewatch
They're
the
like
third one, the
saving
second one
them
too.
Maybe we should just rewatch all the movies.
I watched the first one
haven't-
semi-recently. The second one's been
He
a
had
little
a
while.
dog.
I haven't watched all the movies in a while, so it's kind of like I could probably do
They're a good time. You're not in the wrong if you want to watch them all again.
like Taken and all that stuff.
Well.
What
What was that? Deadpool. It's like, how many movies do you have to make before you realize maybe you're just a bad father?
It's just bad parenting.
Yeah, that's right.
Especially like the third one when they're like, all right, we went back to whatever the fuck they were, like Budapest or some shit. We went back to the same place from the first movie. I'm like, are you stupid?
I know.
Are we looking for you?
Yeah, like damn.
And then what else? What else? Creed came out. 65. 65's coming out with Adam Driver.
Oh, yeah.
What
that's
that
right.
is?
It's like
You don't know what
dinosaur
65
thing.
is? Oh, fun stuff. Okay, so 65 kind of dives into almost time travel ish way.
Okay.
Basically, Adam Driver is how would you call him, a courier?
Something like that. It's supposed to be
He's
like
a transporter.
yeah.
In a sense, yeah, he's transporting a bunch of people from his time on Earth, and he just goes across the universe and somehow lands on Earth
During dinosaurs and
65
shit, right?
million years
okay,
ago.
I have seen it.
Like,
Like,
right
I
when,
saw
like,
like a
the
glimpse of a
meteor-
trailer for that. Yeah, dinosaurs and shit, right?
Yeah, so the
Whew.
the crazy thing is that, I was talking to my boss about it. He was like, I don't know if it really dives into time travel. I was like, well, they say you can't travel through time without traveling through space. Like, they're both one and the same. So he does time travel in my eyes because he's traveling through space for however many years or
Yeah.
whatever. Probably hit
some
some.
interstellar shit.
That's
Yeah,
why it's,
exactly.
That's why
Like
it's
a
time
wormhole.
and space, right? Not just time or space.
Yeah.
They are kind of linked.
So that one's coming out. Which is a much different take about dinosaurs that we have gotten as of late, because we've only had like Jurassic Park, Jurassic World.
Kong and
Godzilla.
Godzilla. That kind of counts.
Kind of, sort
Gonna
of.
reach for that one.
Yeah. That kaiju dinosaur.
Right, yeah.
For real.
Even the dinosaurs would be like, fuck that.
Yeah, for real.
Yeah.
For real. So there's that one coming out. Scream's coming out this weekend.
Yep.
Damn, there's gonna have-
Oh, we got say the next superhero movie. Oh yeah, we had Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania. Did we even talk about that?
Not on the podcast directly. I did the bonus episode that we threw up on Spotify.
Oh, that's right.
So
Yeah.
go ahead and check
That's
that
right.
out if you guys want to know a little bit about what
It
it
was
is.
pretty
about.
good. Something about that I heard actually.
For Ant-Man?
Yeah. Regarding Ant-Man and how, I guess, sort of spoiler alert, it's just the after the credit scene for that movie. If you haven't seen it, you've been warned, but you should have already.
Yeah.
So at the very end, we see the millions of different versions of Kang, and I think his name's like Ramatut or something, the Egyptian-looking one, got the headdress and everything.
Yep.
The Pharaoh, and they're saying that Moon Knight might have to fight him in season 2 of his show, Moon Knight.
Ooh, interesting. So we're going to be seeing kind of Kang's
Starts just like
go into different
invading
timeline.
everything, I guess. Yeah.
So the Kang we saw in Loki, that was like the good. I mean, I know it's not like
the
technically,
least shitty one, I guess.
right, or something like that.
No, that's essentially what it was, is because even him in the show was saying, like, I'm like one of the better ones.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. He's like, you kill me, like,
You gotta worry about
the
the
next
other
one.
guys.
He's like, the next me is gonna be a lot worse.
Yeah.
So if you're sure you want to do that, okay.
And lo and behold,
And then what's her name? Sylvie
he's kind of a
fucked
piece
it.
of shit. Yeah,
She
yeah.
fucked
Sylvie.
it. I knew she was gonna fuck it. She did.
That's just fucked it. She's walked in.
Too headstrong.
Fucked it right in the ass.
Too headstrong.
Too strong.
So okay, yeah, that actually sounds hella fun.
I just want to see how else they're gonna what if they just start plugging him in like fucking everything they can,
Well, they gotta like
of course
top
they can.
Thanos, don't they? Well, isn't like Kang supposed to be like Thanos? Is kind of like
I guess he would be the next
Big
Thanos
threat.
level threat.
yeah. I thought Galactus
But it feels
would've
like
been better.
it feels like he's more than that.
He's supposed to be more because he's now dealing with time, or should be dealing with time and space.
And I guess we sort of forget that Kang technically is related to Reed Richards from like from like from the 31st century.
He's Reed Richards' great grandson.
Yeah, I mean, he's
Really?
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's like 10 centuries in the
I know
future,
that.
31st or something. That's
Yeah.
where he's from. Yeah. I forgot his name. Something Richards. Obviously.
Ridiculously further down the timeline. So you can kind of see where his
great. Yeah.
where his intelligence comes from.
Great.
Yeah. Because I mean,
Reed Richards is literally the smartest.
when you look
man
at
alive.
like the smartest, like top 5 smartest scientists in Marvel, it's like I'm not in any particular order. Like Hank Pym, Reed Richards,
Tony Stark,
and Bruce Banner. I'll say too. And then
Are we considering villains as well?
yeah,
Yeah. So then Victor Von Doom.
Von Doom.
Can't forget about him.
Oh yeah. He ties right into the Fantastic Four and everything too.
Yep.
Big head, Greg. What's his name? I'm forgetting.
MODOK?
MODOK. There we go. I was like Maddox, Murdoch. No, it's not. I was thinking
He's
of
so-
Daredevil.
He is smart, but he's not because he's essentially just a weapon.
Because he's pretty, one-dimensional.
He's
made him
one-dimensionally smart.
Well, I mean, it's in his name, right? Machine organism designed only for killing.
Yeah. So
That's
he's
it.
definitely smart.
Yeah.
But only when it comes to like wanting to assassinate
To kill
motherfuckers.
things. Right. And you ask him, anything else, say, I don't care about that.
What about the guy who like started AIM? Isn't he like super smart too? The CEO of that.
aim,
Like, his-
aim.
AIM, right? Like in
Advanced
he was in
idea
Iron Man for a little
mechanics.
bit. Yeah.
Um,
That was like Stark's. Like,
was that the guy
rival.
from like Iron Man 2?
Yeah, but in the comics, AIM's it's been like a rival thing to like Stark.
Yeah, I forgot about him. But in the comics, AIM's a big fucking deal.
Got you. Okay. Yeah, we didn't really get too much of a idea of that one because they kind of a lot of Iron Man's villains gave him a short stick.
Yeah,
It's just like
Well, originally how they did the Mandarin, they fixed him in Shang-Chi.
Yeah,
but how they did him in Iron Man 2, I was like,
that was
oh dude, everyone was kind of
so
pissed off
pissed.
at like, what the fuck are you guys
that's
doing?
his guy. Like that's his main villain, and you made him
Yeah.
like some guy named Trevor,
yeah, just some like
who's like, I don't know. That's not me. They just told me to.
Right.
yeah. I was like
The fuck?
that reveal
With
was
an
so
English
weird.
accent.
That's not me. I don't know.
I was just an actor.
But they wasted Ben Kingsley on that shit.
Go.
Yeah.
So excited! I saw Ben Kingsley. Yes. And then they did that.
Yeah, happens.
Plus, Iron Man 3 was not an Iron Man movie. It was a
That
Tony
was-
Stark movie.
It was just Tony
I'll always
Stark
say that it was a Tony Stark
anxiety.
movie.
Yeah, because there's literally nothing
He lost all the suits, right? Except for
Iron
one.
Man related, except for one.
Yeah.
And that was the one that the kid and him were like working on or some shit like that.
I still remember an Endgame in the funeral scene at the very end when everybody's like, "Oh yeah." And everyone went, "Who the fuck is that guy?"
That's Iron Lad.
Google. Oh.
But it kind of goes to show you like how much that kid grew because that's
Really?
literally
Yeah.
or
He had no other screen time
supposed to
other
have
than that.
grown because he was also in Jurassic World. That the actor,
Oh, was he?
Oh, that was him. Was he like the
didn't
older
really-
brother?
the little kid
I didn't really think about that, but yeah.
who was like obsessed with dinosaurs and was like,
Oh,
let's go see the T-Rex. Come on.
Fucking God.
That was the kid that was in Iron Man 3.
Yeah.
But I think they may have used someone else
Yeah.
for the grown-up version because it's supposed to be like so many years ahead in the future. Then again, I don't know. I'm not too entirely sure. I didn't really look too much into it because he literally was just like one shot, one scene, maybe 15 frames at most.
Right. Just like, there's everybody. Who the fuck's that? And he's
Yeah.
gone.
In that ending scene, you could just name everyone going down that line except for the one kid.
Yeah. I do remember the first time I saw this. Oh, yeah.
But
That means he didn't like blip then with the snap. Like he did. He was
yeah,
one of the
I
ones
guess
in
not.
the
yeah, that's
episode.
true, huh?
Guess he,
Otherwise, they could have used that, and then he would have been young.
guess
And
he
then-
got
'cause
lucky there.
Doesn't he turn to like Iron Lad, like in the comics? At least?
So
That's what he
in
turns.
the comics, Iron Lad is also Kang.
oh what?
Really? Mm-hmm. I don't remember.
That was like a reveal that happened, I don't know, some years back, I think, in some comic run.
Oh shit!
Iron Lad is Kang. One of the versions.
Interesting. So
Kang is everywhere.
You think we're gonna get another Iron
Yeah.
Man sometime during this 4, 5, 6 of MCU?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, they're going to have to do something,
We
I
got,
think.
like-
But, like, I don't think Ironheart's it. I
was gonna
liked her.
say-
I mean, I liked her, but I don't think she's, the new replacement. And I don't think that's what they're going for either. But, I couldn't tell you who. I just remember, like, way years ago, back, like, I think after Avengers or something, it was April Fool's Day. And I was reading, they were like, Robert Downey Jr.'s gone. John Hamm's in from Mad Men.
Oh yeah, I
And
do
John
remember.
Hamm, I went, I mean, if I had to pick somebody, he's a good pick. But then I scrolled down and they're like, just kidding, fuck you. I was like, damn.
April Fool's loser.
So yeah, I mean, I don't know who I'd pick, but John Hamm he's a good pick. If I had to pick somebody. But it's that's another one of those roles, just like Wolverine. Like, even though Hugh Jackman's coming back, whenever they go to replace him, people are going to be upset.
Although if they do replace him, or not if, when they eventually do replace Hugh Jackman, because they're going to have to.
Yeah. Because he said the events that happened in Logan is like, it's like for sure, like that's still how it ends, right?
At least for that timeline of X-Men, which would be appropriate for Hugh Jackman to stick to that timeline only and not cross over to another one. Whereas you could have I don't even know who could replace him, honestly, still. But get someone a little bit shorter.
I still say Tom Hardy would be fucking perfect.
Yes, but because he's now Venom, and I think they're trying to bring Venom into it, so now it's like can't really have that.
Are they gonna bring Tom Hardy's Venom though? Because it seems like they just left this like the symbiote.
It was so weird. They did a bait and switch like 2 different times with that. Was there like because we saw the from WandaVision or whatever the fuck,
and then he blipped he went away, but then that one symbiote at the end was like me.
So it's like, is he? Isn't he? Yes, no, both. I don't know.
Because they're really like tiptoeing
he'll probably start off as like a villain again. I'm guessing that's probably why they did that. So he can start off as the antagonist for Spider-Man in the future.
Maybe he'll be more like a
and then he'll probably slowly come back into that anti-hero.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
we'll see.
I hardcore probably agree with that, but definitely there's going to be some cast changes for the future of the MCU, and I'm not sure how much I'm looking forward to.
Well, we're still waiting on the Marvels too, which is Captain Marvel, Monica Rambeau, that's her name, right? Yeah, Rambeau, and
Rambeau.
Kamala Khan from Miss Marvel, which I
have not seen that yet.
Me either. You said it was not as bad as like you had anticipated.
Oh, you saw it?
Right? No, it's bad. No, it's bad.
It's pretty bad.
It's just boring, dude. It's a. I told Matt this. It's a teenage movie.
Yeah.
Well, it's what it feels like.
She's not like an actor. Like he just walked on because she wanted to meet Tom Holland, and then they're like, "Oh, you got the part," and she's like, "Oh,
wait, what?"
Yeah,
that's
like she wanted to get like she wanted to like meet Tom Holland and meet like she wanted to like kind of see like the Marvel thing, so she like went just to audition to be fun, and then she ended up getting the part. And like there's she was like an interview for it and everything.
Oh my wow!
So like they just worked with her. So she just walked on like, oh yeah, I don't know what I
that's good to know. I'm gonna walk onto one of the fucking
yeah. You never know. That's why I think that's
all
why
it takes.
A lot of the people they've been casting.
No wonder why the acting is ass.
Yeah, that's what you got to do. Next time, just walk on. They're like, so how'd you get the role?
Can I act, please?
Yeah. Go ahead, get in.
Yeah, you want to be the main character for a show?
Yeah, fuck yeah. Like,
what the fuck?
Everyone waiting in line, just like
there's nothing against her. Like, she's a perfectly fine actor. Like, I wasn't really tripping about her acting too much. Like, I just thought she was just a straight up actor.
It's just the premise of the show. Like, we're clearly not the target audience for that.
Yeah, I think that's what it is for sure.
It literally felt like Mean Girls.
She doesn't even go here.
But not as sassy. Like, Mean Girls, I totally fuck with. Like,
Mean Girls is great.
But Ms. Marvel just was like, oh my God, what the fuck are we doing here?
Softcore Mean Girls.
Yeah, literally softcore Mean Girls. She doesn't even go here. Can you guys just relax? She can come here. Come on.
It's fine.
That was kind of the problem with She-Hulk. Like, they made it more like a chick flick kind of. I mean, it was good, but some parts. And then the way. I was just weird.
I liked it more than I thought.
Yeah?
More than I expected. I liked it.
I guess compared to, like, Miss Marvel.
The crazy thing is that Marvel basically said that they did it the way they did because of. They essentially just wanted everyone to kind of relax and be like, not everything needs to mean something.
Fair enough.
Yes, Marvel, you are correct. However, as I said before, we are leading up to one of the bigger villains of the of the Marvel universe, and you're fucking around.
Yeah, literally.
You're over here playing in the sand pit and shit. Come on, man.
Yeah.
The sandbox.
Like, come on, don't be stupid. Like, if you're gonna give us this type of show, do it later.
Don't waste time.
Like, you still need to establish 4, 5, 6. Nothing's really been established. Like, we got a little bit from Eternals where the
It's gonna be in Eternals too, by the way. Just before I forget.
Gross.
I heard about that, yeah.
I haven't even seen that yet.
I'm down for it for the Quickster that they have on there. She's badass. The deaf one?
Mercari.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mercury.
Yeah.
Mercury.
She was cool. Yeah, no, we always say it again. They did a better Justice League fight than the fucking Justice League did.
I like her though. She was my favorite.
Oh, she was cool as hell.
And she's pretty.
And she's actually deaf.
definitely be like simping and just be like, I'll sign
I
to
don't know
you.
what it is. Just good.
But Marco, have you been keeping up with The Last of Us?
Oh yeah. Yeah.
So
Watched the last episode.
I was fucking Jesus. Feel attacked.
Watch the last episode.
No, so I have not seen episode 8, the latest, but I did just finish episode 7, the Left Behind DLC episode and everything.
Matt kind of has an excuse.
Yeah, I was on the other side of the country for five
Oh
days.
yeah, that's right. I guess.
Yeah, he was over in Manhattan.
I was in New York, baby.
in New York.
Dude, they kept singing that the whole fucking time.
Did they really? I would have punched them both.
Except it was not like the where dreams are made of. It was concrete jungle, wet dreams tonight.
Oh my fucking!
Yeah, that was my life for 5 days.
I would have rather sang Frank Sinatra or some shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The worst thing I hate about being a tourist in another city,
But it was
like looking like a tourist.
no. That's the thing. I caught on. I feel like I caught on pretty quick.
Yeah.
After standing at like one crosswalk, and I went, "Oh, you're not supposed to actually wait at these." And just
fucking go. Yeah. Nice.
No,
yeah,
yeah,
like-
you just go whenever everyone else goes.
But yeah, like I started taking off, and I turned back around, and Vanessa and Cynthia are still like,
Like it's not ready.
and they're like, "You caught on quick." And I'm like, well, you know, I'm trying not to stand out like the fucking tourist.
I'm not trying to stand out like
Fucking
you two
over here.
idiots.
But we all got it. We all got the hang of it pretty quick, and honestly, I liked it a lot more than I expected.
I don't know.
Because like I get really stressed out and kind of hate walking around San Francisco, so I thought it's just going to be that turned up to 11.
No,
was it
dude.
crap?
But I fucking kind of loved it.
That's why I told you, like, New York's different.
It was awesome.
It is completely different from Like, I fucking hate San Francisco now.
Honestly,
But I would totally go to Manhattan again because that place was just... Did you go to Central Park, by the way?
Yeah.
Bro.
2
that
days.
is- Central Park is fucking massive.
Yeah, which like they say you can spend days in there and not see the whole thing.
Yeah. No,
it's-
and that's true shit. It's fucking huge.
Yeah, I mean shit. I think when we went our second day, we walked all the way into like the center. And then just left because that was like a 45-minute walk back.
Dude, it's huge.
We were staying in Hell's, we were in Hell's Kitchen the whole time, and I kept going, "Where's Daredevil? Come on!"
Yeah,
Where is
there's something like that.
But yeah, so Matt was over in Manhattan,
all the
and
heroes
so
are at.
he didn't really get to watch the 8th episode.
Which we were gonna, or Mandalorian. I know.
Yes, I thought you
but-
saw the first episode.
No, I said I was gonna, but then last night I felt like shit, and I was like, oh yeah, I only had like 40 minutes left in episode 7, Last of Us, because we started it before we left. And then I was like,
I'm surprised you didn't have like episodes downloaded on your phone to watch on
I don't
the
know.
plane.
When it comes to shit like that, I don't want to watch it on the phone.
I
You know
can
me,
feel
I'm
that.
super particular when things are brand new. I'm like, I want to sit down on my TV and watch it.
I get it
Yeah.
because my HBO Max hasn't been working on my PS5 for some reason, so I had to watch the 8th episode on my phone, and I was just like,
There was a guy watching it on his laptop on the plane on the way back, and I kept like,
Oh shit!
I was sitting
he
next
doesn't
to
even
him.
have subtitles.
I was sitting next to him, and I was like, oh, there's David. Fuck.
Shit.
Yeah, so we'll have to save episode 8 for next week.
And Mandalorian, but I'll be all caught up by next week. I promise.
I promise. But we are here to talk about at least episode 7.
We can do. Yeah.
And that is the one that deals with the whole DLC portion, Left Behind, for The Last of Us, where we follow Ellie and her friend.
Her friend Riley. I almost
Riley.
forgot. Yeah.
Yeah.
How they got bit, what happened,
And I know it's been like 2 weeks since it, but
Spoiler
we're still
alert.
going to throw it up, I guess. Spoiler warning.
Spoiler alert.
If you haven't seen it, then I don't know why you even watch shows.
I don't know.
So, but yeah, I legitimately like that episode.
I was really, I know we were kind of iffy, like, I don't know.
It's a filler episode.
Like, right in the last 2 episodes, or 3 episodes, I guess it's a filler. Like, I don't know. But it was good, man.
No,
and, I'm going to jump right to it because it was the most impactful part for me. At the very end, when they get attacked and get bit, right when that Last of Us fucking guitar
Every
started, I was
time.
just like, God.
Every time they bring that into the
That
actual
real
show.
soft, just it's so fuck damn.
it's nice
so
listening
good.
to the commentators when they talk about it afterwards, just being like, oh, and we really wanted to do this with the scene and make it feel this impactful, and then we use this from the game. So those little accents from the game that you just hear during the show, you're just like, wow.
Works so well. And like I said, this is the only show I will never skip the intro.
Yeah,
good.
same. I can never skip the intro either.
I'll never skip it.
I love it.
I can.
He's like, oh,
For some reason, it just gives me the Game of Thrones vibe. So I'm like, I've seen this plenty enough. I'm good.
I like to watch the intro to a show if it's the first time, just to watch it, and then next I'm like, all right, just skip
I'm weird.
Yeah, yeah.
I usually watch it the first episode and the last episode. And otherwise, I usually just skip.
Yeah.
There are some shows that'll fuck you over though, and like have some different shit in the intros like throughout the season.
Yeah.
And you're like, oh, I missed it.
Oh yeah.
But usually, I'm like,
Yeah, but for me, like with anime, it's the same thing. I'll watch the first, like if they have a new season or new opener, I'll watch that one time, and then afterwards, I'm like, all right, I'm good.
Yeah, especially with anime, that's like half the show. It's just the intro.
Unless the song's dope as fuck.
right.
Like Attack on Titan season 4's.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I remember. Yeah, you showed me
dude,
that
shit.
song. Yeah,
The rumbling.
that shit was pretty crazy.
That shit is-
You showed me that, and I was like, this is kind of dope.
It's like,
Yeah, that was crazy.
Yeah, not the episode. I thought it was like almost giving me weird Euphoria vibes, just because like when they get in the mall.
What the
And
show
all the
with Zendaya and shit?
Yeah,
I never watched that.
oh, bro, Riley Storm.
but you know,
Reed,
like
she's from there.
is she?
Yeah.
Oh, I
she in
didn't see
that
that.
show?
I didn't know
Yeah,
that.
she's from Euphoria.
I think they mentioned something about it in the commentary.
Yeah, same Storm Reed.
But in regards to like the colors, how colorful it was, because they had all the shops open and you had colors coming from everywhere, all these different lights, and I was just like, oh, it's really bright.
Yeah.
I know, and there's like a big open overhead thing, right? Like the
yeah,
whole
yeah.
roof. Yeah.
The roof was the overhead skylight. That's what
Right.
it's called.
There it is. Yeah, I was like, what that's
What that
The
is.
fucking skylight.
But yeah, like, obviously we heard this episode was controversial.
Why?
Just because, I don't know, because two girls kissed, I guess.
It's the same thing.
And when I
with
saw, like, it was like a little smooch, I'm like, that's what y'all were mad about?
yeah, that's
Like, what the fuck, bro?
same thing with episode 3. Like, if you go on IMDb, 3 and 7 have like the more ratings. Like, it's still high, but
What was
the
on
1-star
What was on
ratings-
3?
It was
Bill
Bill and Frank.
and
Oh,
Frank.
yeah, duh.
Yeah. Like that one, yeah. I
Remember?
that was gonna go too,
Yeah.
but-
I literally complained. I was like, we're only on episode 3 and you're giving me a filler.
And then we were like, but that was a good ass story.
Yeah, that was good.
However, this filler actually had something to do with one of our main characters. And I don't remember hearing too much about it being controversial. I think the only thing controversial about it would probably be like it's two technically underage girls kissing.
Yeah, but like I
So
said,
that's where it'd be controversial to me.
yeah, and that's the only way I could see it making sense. But even then, like it's like I said, it was mwah.
Yeah, it was like an innocent. It was like they're just finding out
It
their,
was
like, sexuality.
like they said in the commentary, he was like, this is their first love, first kiss, like this is that moment, and like they wanted you to feel that childlike thing, like you're like spending all fucking day with them, working up to this moment. Mm-hmm. You're like, come on, and it almost happens like 3 times. You're like, fuck.
I know they could be.
I know, like I kept going. Is this it?
Nope. No.
Nope.
In the commentary, I just remember them saying, "Yeah, we gave her the first love, and then took
Snatched
it away."
it away.
I was like, "Oh, you guys are ruthless."
Within like 5 fucking minutes, gave it to her, gave her all this just
Hope.
bing, 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 happiness, and just
Yeah, you see the
fucking
smile on
back
her
down.
face. It's
Okay.
like,
She's like, "Oh my god, I'm so happy." Fucking slam!
Are you smiling?
that's what they'll say in season 2 when they do like Ellie and Dina's scene, and that Reed has the little girl they got.
Right, yeah.
That's gonna be
People are gonna be mad about that.
that one's gonna be a little more.
Yeah, but I mean, even in the game, we don't see them getting down and dirty. We just see them making out, take each other's shirts off.
Yeah,
and
they made us
fade to black.
I was gonna say maybe HBO Max might push
HBO,
that.
hey, HBO's like, come on,
HBO Max is kind of just like
we got Westworld. Come on.
I know.
We got Game of Thrones. I mean, come on.
Yeah, I should have said that one instead.
Dick swinging.
I should have said that instead.
The fucking Game of Thrones, man, dude. Just dicks everywhere. Yeah, if I remember, like South Park making fun of that shit.
Game of Thrones.
Oh, it's about dicks. And they just had George R.R. Martin's character, and he's just like, "All right, boys, let's something about wieners." And I was just like,
Something about wieners. Something about wieners.
Yeah, I liked the episode mainly because of. I guess I don't know. I felt like you really started to see more of Ellie's acting. Like Bella Ramsey's acting.
Yeah, totally.
Like, especially when you find out she gets bit.
Oh yeah,
And she's just like, no, like the
yeah. That was
pure
Yeah,
frustration
dude. I felt
and
that.
rage.
yeah, for a second, I'm like, shit, she got bit.
That was
Oh,
just
dude.
maximum
Like,
fear that just crashed into just rage because helplessness, helpless rage. can't do anything. She's just like, no, it's not. I can wipe it off. Like, dude.
Even Riley too, because in the game, remember, she was kind of calm about it, like, "Oh, we'll go out together." And this one, she was like choking up and like.
And then, like they said in the
like,
commentary, he said, Ellie reacts immediately rage because she's never. This is the first loss she's had, and it's herself.
Yeah, she thought. Well, at least she thought at the time, for sure.
Yeah, and Riley, he's like, Riley just shuts down because she's experienced loss before. So this is like, well, fuck. And like Riley says, we all end up here eventually. Some just get here faster than others. Damn.
Yeah, that's like the reality. Huh? It's like that's just how you're gonna go either way.
Yeah, your chances of this being you are pretty high, but we just happen to fall into it earlier than everybody else.
You know what's actually hella funny is during the little scuffle that they had with the fucking infected, I was watching and seeing like, all right, when is he gonna fucking bite them?
I didn't see that shit too.
I hate when shows do that. I'm like, at least make it happen. Don't just have the scuffle make me think that they won, and then all of a sudden just.
I know. I was looking for it. I couldn't see when it happened. I mean, like, obviously they can just kind of be like, he's like passing by
just like
them
a quick scrape or something.
That's all it takes, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, shit.
But I was being very nitpicky. I was like, I want to see it.
I know, I did too. I was trying to look. Couldn't find it.
You're over here with the fucking thing scrolling frame by frame. Like,
You're like, that's not. Boop, boop. Yeah.
I didn't see one fucking time.
Nope. Even when she got bit by the clicker, right? When she got bit a second time, it's like, well, if it was going to be somebody. And like, the
she did get bit the second
when
time.
she was in the museum with Joel there, right?
Because you only see like Joel like fight it, and then it dies, and then Ellie's like, "Oh shit, I got bit."
Even then with the clicker, like you almost kind of like I felt Joel and Tessa were over here like looking at maybe the first time was a fluke, the second time
they're both like, "All right, this one's for sure." Like,
I mean, who's to say? Maybe it's just like it's like the one, it's like the magic bullet, the one time. And after that, that's your one freebie. Yeah, you fucked.
You're good.
Yeah, you get it. You get another time, you're done.
Nope.
You're donezo.
Damn.
But the episode, I probably would have given it. I would give it an 8.2.
I was thinking about 8.
That's fair.
I was thinking about 8. That sounds fair.
Yeah. All right. Cool.
It was really good. It was really good. Yeah, and
this is like the second adaptation of that story, technically. Or third?
What do you mean?
Well, because there's the DLC, but there's also a comic that came out, and it was based around.
Yeah, they did that.
And that also, like, the whole thing about Ellie's mom with, my God, I'm drawing a blank. I don't know, I can forget her name. The original voice actor is...
Ashley Johnson?
Yeah, Ashley Johnson.
Yeah.
Like, about her coming, like, the rumors of being, like, the mom or something.
She's going to be... So the voice actor for Ellie, Ashley Johnson, is supposed to be playing Ellie's mom at some point in the show.
Yeah.
I
And you
haven't
kind of
seen the
see,
latest
like,
episode,
little,
so I don't know.
like, glimpse of it, yeah.
But
that's, like, kind of where the comic book is.
And Troy Baker, Joel's voice actor, I know he's in episode 8.
Yes.
Which we've got, like, all the voice actors so far. Marlene's voice actor played Marlene.
Yeah.
And
Jeffrey Pierce.
Tommy's voice actor was that guy Perry.
Yeah.
The dude who got his fucking
See,
head
he went
just-
out, like...
God.
You
He
never
went
see
out,
it.
like, from the game when you get...
But it always goes to black, right? When you see, like the jaw break, but this time you, like, see, like...
You see the
whole, like,
skin
top
crack.
part. Yeah. It's
Yeah.
like,
And he just tosses fucking
The
top of his head.
The only thing is it being in the background, so you didn't get too much detail, but you know exactly what happened. You know exactly how gruesome that could probably have been.
It's funny, that scene, if you look up like reactors on YouTube to people who haven't played the game, when it comes up, they're like, what the fuck is this? And it's like, is this just like a big guy who got infected? Like, everyone's so confused.
He's been infected for a long time.
Yeah, like a little too long.
Long time.
Half of that whole horde was just clickers because they were down there for like 12 years or something, right? Like herded them there.
Something like that.
I thought it was 3 years. Didn't they cut it off for 3 years, they said in the show?
Or something. I remember hearing like they got them all underground, and then that's why they were just like assholes.
Yeah, because you remember when Joel and them were trying to plan it out ahead, and he's like, oh, when's the last time you got it? Oh, it's been like 3 years.
So it's fucking clear
Yeah,
still?
so it's still clear.
Yeah,
Bro, if you haven't been in there, if you went in there yesterday, it's not clear.
Yeah.
Like from then to now, it's not clear.
I feel like that.
As soon as you take eyes
that's
off it, it's
right,
not clear anymore.
I feel like that's the general idea of timeline-wise, how long.
Because Henry like walks in like one step into the cave, right? He's like, oh, see, it's a perfect idea. Everything's good. He's like, we just walked in here.
Just got here, dipshit.
I was like, Jesus Christ.
That line kind of pissed me off. I was just like, dude, what the fuck? Who does that?
I know.
Who goes and like walk
appendix.
like say you're a health inspector for a fucking restaurant. You walk into the restaurant and just go, it's good.
Yeah,
it's
everything's
good.
all
You
right.
literally
Hey,
just
plus.
crossed the threshold in the front door. Yeah.
Oh, is he in here?
Ching ching ching
There you
ching.
Yeah.
Good job.
See you guys
There you go.
another 3 months or something.
Yeah, whatever.
Fucking
I'm quitting.
Smack, A, pass.
fucking dumb. Oh man.
Yeah, he was so confident. He was like, "Yeah, see, the plan's working great." And he's like, "We've been in here like 1 minute. The plan's working great." It's like,
They were trying to yell and shit too, and Joel's like, "Shut the fuck up!
no, dude, that was
you
their night
crazy?
too.
Fucking dumb!
Are you out of your fucking mind?
I'm about to put bullets in all three of you motherfuckers."
God, Henry and Sam.
Even when they were
yeah.
walking outside too, they were like joking and yelling. Like there's like Ellie was like just making jokes and
Yeah, just beep, 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 and then boom, get shot at by the fucking shitty ass fucking sniper. Which, like Joel said, you know, his aim shit.
yeah, literally. It's
Don't
dark
worry
and
about it. He's like, don't go out there. His aim shit. He should have hit us by now.
yeah, like he's not gonna hit you.
It's just such a bummer Matt didn't watch episode 8 because it was so fucking awesome.
I know. I don't know.
It's
Man.
good.
I caught blips yesterday in the plane. I was like, oh no.
Oh, no. Someone switch sheets.
I really like that episode though. I think you're gonna like.
You'll love it. You'll
I'm
love
sure
it.
I will. I have no
Yeah.
doubt. I'll be all caught up on that and Mandalorian. So wait, what day is the Mandalorian coming out?
I thought it was Wednesdays. Is it not?
I thought it was Sundays. It might be Wednesday.
Sundays is Last of Us.
Yeah.
Sundays is The Last of Us. Wednesdays I thought were Mandalorian.
Yeah, they can't make it Sundays. That'll be like Pedro Pascal's like day on Sunday. He's just like ruling everything.
It is the Lord's day.
Lord, praise
Daddy
him.
Pedro.
Praise him.
Praise Internet Daddy.
I love him.
Daddy.
That's what they're calling him on the internet.
Calling him
Dude,
Daddy.
yeah, Daddy
No,
Pedro.
Internet Daddy.
Yeah,
I was like, what the fuck?
oh, if you're an orphan, he's coming for you. He's gonna make you feel loved.
I saw a picture from like episode 8, wherever, with him and Ellie on the horse, and he's got Baby Yoda.
yeah.
Grogu.
I know how much you hate it.
I love how that still goes on. Like people get mad, Baby Yoda and Grogu. But it's like we got his name.
He has a fucking name now.
So we have his name now. I'll call him Grogu. But before, you were telling me, call him the child. And I was like, absolutely not. I'm not
That's
calling
right.
him.
People were only calling him the child too.
For now, he's Baby Yoda. And then they gave him a name. I went, okay, I'll do that.
That's his like cult Jedi name, isn't it? Grogu.
Grogu. That's just his.
Grogu.
You
That's
said
his
cult Jedi name?
Culty.
Oh,
I was like, Luke was a little weird.
I mean, they are. I mean,
Jedi?
realistically kind of a cult.
Technically?
Pretty cultish, yeah.
pretty culty sometimes.
I mean-
and you're the one I think said it. That kind of brought it. Yeah. Only like one thing Luke did, like, because in the originals he was like trying to restore like the Jedi right order and like be more like less like strict on it. But the first thing he does, he's like, oh, it's either me or like Mando, like or something.
Yeah,
And he was
yeah.
just more like.
Which I fucking did not like that at all.
Yeah.
That he made him choose that choice. I was like, that was.
Yeah, like you can choose it, but you can't ever come back here like ever.
But then
talking about like the ultimatum that he made.
Yeah.
yeah, I did not like that. I was like, that was very and like I said, that's why I said it. They were acting hella cultish because
Yeah,
like he's like
that
Mando's
is.
like, can I see her? Can I see him? And Ahsoka's kind of like, yeah, but no.
Like, yeah, you can't. You can see him from right here.
Yeah, but no,
Yeah, he has to
you
do-
shouldn't fuck with him. Da, da, da. They were acting just hella strange.
like weird about it. And even Luke knew, like he wasn't looking. He was like, yeah, he was here, wasn't he? It's like, oh, you like being so a dick. It's
But
like,
Mando
so
still
weird.
It just shows like he's like Ahsoka's like kind of just convincing him this is what's best for him.
Yeah, I
And
love
it
the little
turns out,
reveal
like-
what he chooses.
Yeah, it turns out that's not really best for him.
Yeah,
and when he
no.
finds him, his robe and he's wearing his little best
Yeah, like,
thing.
oh,
He's
what are you here for? He's like,
Oh,
"Please,
yeah.
I don't know, Jedi.
wearing his little chainmail. Like, yeah.
I know. It's like, that shows.
Yeah, I can't wait.
I'm actually excited to see the Ahsoka show. When is that supposed to come out again? Do you even know?
I don't know. They announced it like 2-3 years ago now, right?
Was it that long
It's
ago?
been,
No
it's
way.
been a minute. Like since
Pre-COVID?
like I think because I mean we heard about that before Kenobi came out. I think.
It was
I
like
know.
right after that episode, right? Was it Mandalorian or Boba Fett which came out again? It was Mandalorian, right?
I thought it was
Where
Boba
something
Fett
came
that
out?
came out, and then we started hearing, or at least that's what I remember.
I just remember seeing like maybe the title card of Ahsoka. Like they announced it way back in the day before Kenobi came out and everything.
Did they officially announce it, or did we all just kind of like, oh, there's gonna be a show?
I mean, I think
built
they
around it?
announced it. They showed the title card, but that's it.
Yeah, because they showed Book of Boba Fett, they showed Ahsoka, they showed Kenobi, they showed what else was there? I forget what the I
I
forget
think
what
it was just like the Bad Batch, like season 2 or something.
they showed the Bad Batch. That's right.
I haven't watched that. I forgot about that too.
Yeah, I've been kind of hesitant. I don't know. I watched a few episodes and I was like, okay, yeah, this is kind of cool. And then I don't know, something lost my interest somewhere. So I need to go back and figure out like what was it.
Yeah, I watched the first season and liked it. Except for like Omega all the time and Ricka.
Omega.
Ricka.
I haven't even finished. I haven't even seen the last season of Clone Wars. Like I just skipped right to it because like fuck it, I'll watch it. And the first thing was like Rex like sad looking at a picture, and I was like, God damn it! And I just like close it off. I was like, all right.
I still haven't finished Rebels now that I think about it, but I was getting into some good shit with Rebels.
Rebels.
Yeah.
Have you
I
seen
haven't.
Visions?
I haven't even finished that one.
Speaking of Star Wars, I know I've said it before, but April 28th for Jedi Survivor.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that's another one coming at the tail end of April.
And it is Wednesdays. Just saying.
Sweet. Okay, good.
I was pretty sure. I was so like positive because I just remember the last seasons were always Wednesday.
I guess that actually works out since we'll record next week Tuesday. So we'll only have to talk about the first one, and then we'll have the next episode. Bing. Boom.
Well, I mean, the next episode's coming out tomorrow.
You have to do like reaction videos.
So we'll have 2 episodes.
Okay, yeah, shit, you're right.
Yeah.
So I'll have to watch 3 episodes.
Yeah. Star Wars.
You guys thought about doing reaction videos? Like you both like watch like a live one, so you can do it right there. Or you'd rather save it for like the
Dude,
podcast?
I would honestly like. We just need a laptop.
Shit, I mean, if
He
you
needs a
were-
laptop.
I know, I'm going to get one. I mean, if you would have seen me like reacting to end of Mandalorian season 2 when Luke showed up,
Dude,
and I was
oh
like,
my god, me too. I was going
off.
fucking
Oh
wild.
my god!
Even when I saw it again with my dad, I was just like, I tried to act like I didn't see it because we were watching together, but I still acted
shit.
like I didn't see it because that happened. I was like, oh fuck, like it's
Yeah,
like
it
we
was
all
like-
knew it was Luke, but we're like, no way it's him. Like it's not gonna be him. And like every little hint, like the green lightsaber, the black glove, you're like, nah, it can't be him. But it's like,
Yes, it is him.
What was it? I think I've said it before about Moff Gideon was his
Moff
name.
Gideon.
How his reaction of like to seeing Luke.
yeah,
They were like, because
Does him.
Luke's like a fucking boogeyman basically to the Empire at this point. Like nobody really knows about him. All they know is that he killed Darth Vader and he killed the Emperor and took him out in like one day.
yeah.
So he all of a sudden is like, oh fuck, he's real.
That's the way you worded it. Is like he walked into a room with the Emperor and Darth Vader, and I'm like, he just walked.
And
out
he's
by
the only
himself.
one who left.
And they're like, oh shit.
That's
Okay.
all they know. And now he sees him. Oh,
Moff Gideon sitting there like, I didn't fucking say Candyman. What the fuck?
Where's
the mirror
like
even?
grand plan? And then when you see him walk, he's like, this shit was not supposed to happen. He's like about to kill himself at one point, wasn't he?
Oh
He's
yeah.
like, fuck
huh?
this.
And then what's her name stopped him like, nah.
Yeah, it's like, no.
You ain't getting over this. So
no.
he's like the one dude from Civil War. The
Baron Zemo from Captain America Civil War. You mean?
yeah.
Yeah, Zemo.
Zemo. That's what his fucking
Baron
name was.
Zemo.
Yeah. It's
And we got to see
he's
him
like, I'm
again.
gonna fucking do it.
Yeah, and
Black
Black
Panther.
Panther.
No.
Nope.
We've got something else in plan for you.
And we got to see him again in Captain America. No, sorry, Falcon and the Winter Soldier. We got to see Zemo
Yeah.
again. Yeah, and
Yeah,
he was,
yeah.
and
His
he was
little,
like
dance
he
thing.
was like the fan favorite for that show.
Just that
And
dance.
what was it? I really liked him too because he's a little bit of a shithead, but he's working with him. But basically, they're talking about replacing Captain America, and Zemo himself says there is no replacing Captain America. Steve Rogers was one of a kind, man.
Yeah.
There is no replacing him.
And
Even
even-
villains respect Steve Rogers.
I know, they're like, everyone.
I mean, he's
I mean, you look at Thanos when Thanos was when he was taking on Thanos, and he goes and he like holds him like this and was like holding him back, even though the dude had already 5 of the
right.
fucking
Yeah, I know.
stones,
It's like, Jesus.
and he's just like, and Thanos was like, "Yo, what the?"
Yeah. I was like, why? Like, okay, that's weird.
Yeah, and
Supposed
like
to do
and they
that.
were saying like they're like when Thanos made that face, they're like that wasn't him actually struggling, that was just him surprised. Like this guy's actually trying.
Yeah, like, okay.
Like, all right,
Wait, he's actually trying, but he's also like kind of holding me back at the same time. Like,
Yeah.
like he's making me use 2% of my
Like,
power.
that was weird.
Like,
Like,
excuse the fuck out of me.
you weren't supposed to be able to do that.
Dude, Infinity War was so good. It's just like seeing them lose. Something about seeing good guys lose and then just ending it like that.
What was it? Those like posts about it saying like I'm gonna make my kids wait 2 years before they watch Endgame.
know, Endgame.
I had to wait. You have to wait. I got to see them all die.
I
Yeah,
remember seeing Ant-Man after it. I didn't want to watch it, but I was like, fuck, I'll just watch Ant-Man and get it. And I was like, all right, I got into it. And then that post-credit scene, I was like, all right, they're fucking gone too. It's like she's gonna get a break from it.
But you know what was
yeah.
it?
He's all calling up to them, guys,
He's like, guys, real
hello,
funny.
guys, hello.
Yeah.
Which is funny, they say that rat in the beginning of Endgame is the real hero. If
Yeah,
it wasn't for him walking across the correct buttons, he wouldn't have shot Ant-Man back out.
I know.
So yeah.
Just like the water bottle and bullet trains, the real
Fucking-
hero.
From
The littlest things.
fucking what's his name? Master
what?
TMNT.
Master Shredder?
Splinter?
Splinter.
Splinter.
Yeah,
Splinter.
Master Splinter did it. He saved the.
Yeah.
saved the
He
universe.
did. Right, Master Splinter.
Jackie Chan's gonna play him in the new one.
He's in a what?
Yeah, there's like, did you see the new
animated thing?
Yeah.
Oh, he's doing the voice for Master Splinter.
Yeah, he's Master Splinter, and then like Paul Rudd is gonna be I forget. He's gonna be one. They have like a whole voice.
He one of the turtles.
No, they actually got real teenagers, like Stranger Things, like teenagers.
What?
I'm so sorry.
It's okay. I just when I hear the echo,
I know.
just I'm like, shut the fuck up.
Is it like because every time I slam my drink, it's like. It's like Jesus.
Wow.
I didn't even know they were doing a new one, honestly.
Yeah, it's like more animated, but it's like they're actual teenagers, like so they're still kind of like learning, like no one knows about them. But it's like I don't think it's Shredder. It's like all these like other mutants. Yeah,
it's like they could be full ass grown adults, and they're still like, called TMNT.
Yeah, that's kind of how they were. In, like,
that's like ones. The Teen Titans just eventually became the Titans.
Yeah,
we're not teen no more. Now we're just Titans.
That is true.
I think also because back then, like teenagers was like weirdly like grown.
That's one movie I'm surprised they haven't tried to do is an actual Teen Titans like with Robin and I'm not talking about the CW show. I'm talking like movie.
That was wasn't that an HBO one? The Titans show?
Oh, it wasn't HBO.
It started off as CW, I think, and then they moved it because they were trying to push on the
because it's pretty edgy. Like, doesn't he straight up say "fuck Batman"?
Yeah.
Yeah,
that was the whole thing. Is
it on HBO now, or is it?
It's HBO.
It's on HBO now because everything DC is on HBO now.
Yeah,
you can watch all the animated movies, the Justice League, the uncut version, both Wonder Woman.
I still need to watch that Zack Snyder cut.
I do too. I started watching it, but it being 4 hours,
I was like,
and I'm the person that watches extended Lord of the Rings. So. But being that it's DC and Justice League already was kind of meh, and they still had Ezra Miller, so it was meh.
I know. They just keep.
I know that's what makes me mad about this new Flash movie.
What was that?
We got a dragon downstairs, bro.
That's what it sounded like, right?
Smaug's under there.
I thought you did a transition or something. I was like, oh,
Smaug's down there. Just I am the dragon. The mountain. That was fuck. What was it? I remember years ago I saw like a Forbes magazine listing of like the wealthiest villains or fantasy characters. Smaug was number one, I think.
Really?
I forgot how many billions he was rated at. Just he's got so much because he doesn't spend it. He just collects it.
Just talking about okay.
He just
got you.
Damn. Yeah, Smaug was like however many hundreds of like billions of dollars net worth, just like insane.
He's he's wealthier than fucking Jeff Bezos
by like tenfold.
Jesus. And no one would be able to take that away from him.
Yeah.
But they took him down with the black arrow. I'm like, yeah, do we have black arrows now?
Yeah. Are you going to go underneath the mountain and go fuck with Smaug? I'm not.
That dude's going to look at our military and just be like, and then just explosions just because of all the heat.
Tail swipe. Wham.
I don't think our modern military could handle Smaug at all.
Nope.
Yeah, I don't know.
Bork.
Like, could you?
Bork.
Just like
Amdog. Bork.
Wouldn't be able to handle Smaug. Wouldn't be able to handle Godzilla.
He definitely not
Godzilla. Oh my
King Ghidorah.
Mothra.
Fucking dude, I don't know if I've told this story before.
Just naming whoever you know,
dude. When me and Matt were younger, there'd be times where I like young high school, freshman year or sophomore year, and Matt, I'd be like, "Yo, you want to come over?" Yeah, sure. He'll come over, and I'll be in the middle of like watching one of the old Toho films,
like the
of
black
Godzilla.
and whites,
black and whites, and then like some of the more modern ones.
Yeah.
And Matt would just fucking come in and just be like, "Oh, is that Mothra?" And it'd be like Mecha Godzilla.
Obviously
on
not
the
Mothra. Oh, Mothra.
Oh yeah, I don't know. He's
and then there'd be like a flying one. He's like, "That's Mothra."
That's Mothra.
No, man. And I know he was like just trolling me at the time, but I still was like, "Oh my god!"
My dad does that with Harry Potter. He always calls him Gandalf all the time.
Which one? Like Dumbledore?
Yeah, he does it all the time because we made a joke because like. They saw like all like the Twilight Sisters movies with my sister, like when she wanted to watch it, and they saw all the Harry Potter movies with me when I was little, up to like the third one. Then I just like watched them all by myself. And I told him, and he was like, "No, I seen it. Didn't we left off when like Gandalf died?" And I was like, "You motherfucker!" I was like, "You don't know what you're talking about." And he was like, "What?"
Well, like, you asked me today earlier while we were playing, like just because I'm coming from the Lord of the Rings side of it, like who do you think would win? I'm like, hey, no disrespect to Dumbledore, but I don't think he got shit on Gandalf.
Gandalf would fuck him up.
I was like,
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I just don't see Dumbledore beating the Balrog. I just don't.
I saw a comment about that.
I was like, and that's
dove
Gandalf
deep,
the Grey.
because I was like, yeah.
You know?
Oh yeah, you said there's like different like colors of him or something.
Yeah, there's different like sort of the ranking class of wizards.
So where is he? What's like his like? Where did he leave off?
Gray's like second to bottom. Brown's the bottom. Gray,
Then you have the 2 blue wizards,
and then white.
and then the
Is
white
it all
wizard.
the same dude? Is it all still a Gandalf? Or
So
is
that's
it
what I was
different?
saying. That's what I was
Oh,
saying.
shit.
And on the old man wizard fight, Saruman the Wise was the white before he was. So when
Which means he was more powerful.
when he beat him, he took that spot.
Well,
shit.
when he didn't.
That's a lot of-
Yeah, no,
Beat
he didn't actually.
Saruman.
Saruman kind of tossed him around.
But what basically the way it happened was that, and this is how it's like explained, layman's terms, I guess. When Gandalf lost to Saruman, they're on top of the thing. Then Gandalf escapes on one of the great eagles,
right.
and then once Saruman pretty much renounces his, like he's still there and he is a wizard, but he renounces
Defects,
it.
basically.
Yeah, because he joins Sauron's side.
Sauron.
And now, after Gandalf had died, the beings, I forget what they're fucking called, but they basically said, nah, dude, you still have a job to do on Middle Earth and we can't have you come back. So we're going to send you back, but you need to finish the job. So here's the more power. And here's a new life.
Gandalf.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So, because the wizards are celestial beings.
The what?
The wizards in Lord of the Rings are celestial beings. Matter of fact, if you watched Rings of Power, you would know that. I mean, you'd have an idea that that's the case because when a wizard shows up, not going to say who he is,
Okay.
but when a wizard shows up, he comes from the sky. Like literally a fucking meteorite.
Fucking.
Is this that Amazon
angel?
show?
Huh?
Is that show on Amazon that's like connected
Yeah.
to it?
Yeah,
What is
yeah.
it? Is this like a prequel or is it like a?
Oh, it's
Dude, it happens 3,000 years
It's
before
basically
Lord of the Rings.
It's basically the Silmarillion, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, it will follow the Silmarillion, which I don't know if you've read that. That's the
Not
book.
many people have.
Not a lot of people know about it,
It's like the Lord of the Rings encyclopedia, practically.
essentially. And it explains like the different wars back then, like how old Sauron actually fucking is. Like he's
So
ancient.
Yeah.
Dude is old. He's gone through different millennia.
jeez.
Yeah, he's not just some. That's why he was such a huge villain for them in general. They're just like, fuck, you said who?
I don't know.
He was
much of him.
Voldemort before Voldemort.
Right?
Oh shit.
Right.
Yeah.
You know who.
Yeah. Come to think about it, like if Gandalf's about to square up with Dumbledore and he like pulls out his wand, he'd probably be like, "Fuck." The fuck you got?
Gandalf's like, oh, mine's bigger.
Yeah, he's like
Gandalf would sit there and just be like, Dumbledore's just.
Yeah. I was like, hey, no disrespect, Dumbledore. I'm sure he's a hard ass, but like, bro, that's
That's
Gandalf.
The debate I saw, they were like power wise Gandalf for sure, but like Dumbledore was like more like on the wise or smarter thing. But I don't know how true that is because I haven't seen Lord of the Rings, so I don't think it's fair.
You
For me
what?
to like, I love Lord of the Rings. I played Middle Earth. Does that count? That was a cool game. No,
No.
What's his name? The eye guy.
This will be the last episode you
guy?
ever see of
What's his
The
Marco.
Eye of Sauron?
The eye of it's Siren.
You said the eye guy? Oh my god.
Oh my god. So this will be the last
knew he
episode we
was
have
bad.
Marco on. Everybody.
Ryan's at the end.
If anyone at Marco's job is wondering where he is, don't worry about it.
Don't worry about it. Definitely
Worry
don't
about
go check like the salt flats.
Oh, shit.
Don't go check the top of Mountain Mission Peak.
That's definitely not where he'll be.
That's just like me just sticking up stuff face down. It's like,
Please don't go check under Facebook.
literally.
Yeah, nah, dude.
I mean, in my,
The way
to
Matt
take
is
some
with Harry
heat off
Potter,
you,
that's
yeah.
how I am. Yeah.
Take some heat off you. I haven't seen all the Harry Potters, so.
There you go.
Yeah, we've dealt with that one a lot.
It's the same thing. It's like
I've already
I know I'm
eaten my
gonna
crow
like it
for
and I
that
want to
one.
watch it, but I just haven't had the time to like invest in myself in it.
But I think Matt has a bigger respect for Harry Potter after playing the fucking
Dude,
Hogwarts
I know.
Legacy.
Big time. Big time.
I can't wait for him to see like Deathly Hollows. Have you seen them all?
Yeah.
Yeah. So
I watch them all every year during November, December.
oh yeah, they say it's like Sorcerer's Stone's like a Christmas movie or some shit.
Oh, yeah.
It's like
That's more of a Christmas movie than fucking Die Hard.
yeah, Die Hard's a Christmas movie.
People motherfuckers be like, Die Hard is a Christmas. No, the fuck it's not.
It takes place in Christmas.
Yeah, it
I'll
takes
accept
place
it.
on Christmas. It's not a Christmas movie.
It's like the Division's a Christmas game.
Well,
Wait, what? That's what they say?
No, it's like it's the same. It's like saying the same thing.
Gotcha.
because I mean, the virus hit in the Division like
Yeah, so when you're
during
like,
Black Friday.
yeah, there it is.
That's
So
why
like
they
when you
call
like
it
go into
the dollar
department.
flu or whatever, because that's how they spread it. They spread the virus on money on Black Friday. That's how
Oh,
it
I
just
didn't know
spread
that
like
part.
wildfire. Yeah.
Oh,
See,
shit,
that's how much I
interesting.
didn't play that fucking game because I don't know storyline wise like what exactly all happened.
I know. I
That's
just knew
what
everyone
happened.
was sick.
Just
Yes.
the money flew.
Yeah, they call it the dollar flu.
Yeah.
They hit it on Black Friday, and it just
Wow.
like that. And I'm like,
There you
that's
go.
kind of that makes sense.
Okay.
But even though now everybody they'd have to like infect everybody's fucking debit card or something.
Money's
I
still
know.
a virus.
yeah. Well,
Crypto.
yeah, that's a double-edged sword right there.
It really is that.
Right. You gotta get that money, but then now you got dollar flu. Now you're dead.
Now you did.
Now you're dead.
I wish I want to play that game. Then they say, I think they said that the new Star Wars game, like the open world Star Wars game, is supposed to be similar to that play style.
The Division?
Yeah,
Is it like an MMO, the new Star Wars game?
it's I don't know how much of an MMO it is, but yes.
The open world one. Which one?
But it's supposed to be open world, like open universe, kind of like that one that we talked about. Sky? No,
the No Man's Sky.
No Man's Sky. Fuck. I can never get that game's
No Man's
name.
Sky is
Man's
still
Sky.
cool as hell. I kind of get the hankering to play that every now and just to sit in my cockpit in my ship and just.
Yeah, it's just shit.
I still can't imagine that as a MMO. Isn't that where you're able to find people,
Man's
but
Sky?
it's like almost impossible?
I mean,
Because it's so big and like expanding.
Yeah.
Like it was. Like,
yeah, like it's pretty much impossible for you to find anybody.
if you were to play in a party, do they spawn you with each other?
Yeah, yeah. Then you can spawn, but you can still just leave.
The game got better when
know,
they
if you
added
want.
like combat and shit, like in the air, like air fights and like battles.
I'm mad because I got fucked over. They said like once you do something, like once you're like fourth or fifth system you jump to, you save a guy driving got his freighter.
Yeah.
You save him from getting attacked by pirates, and he gives you the freighter. And I did all that, but then he was just like, "Thanks."
This is like you can go.
Give me your shit.
It's like thank
I was
you.
so mad.
He was like that was a close one. He just like stares like
And then he's like, "So you want to buy it for like $3 million?
What the fuck?
Give,
Give me.
I was told you give,
and see, give."
not buy.
This is supposed to be a back and forth thing, not I do everything and then you still have to sell it to
Quid pro
me.
quo, my man.
Yeah,
Come
quid pro quo.
on. This for that. Come on.
I
Motherfucker.
hope people word that like, yeah, you just get this new ship and you get there, it's like, now you gotta buy it. It's
Yeah.
like, oh.
Yeah. Yeah, so I got fucked over on that one.
Yeah, I was like,
You're like,
wow.
oh, you gotta buy it. Oh, I gotta buy it. Oh, okay.
Every time I come back to that game, like, forget.
Buy it my ass.
Yeah, right.
Buy it
So
my
I
ass.
love-
Dead bodies just all over the ship.
Do you ever like you play Walking Dead on VR? On like the
Oh, yeah,
the
the
Saints and
Saints
Sinners.
and
yeah, I
Sinners,
was doing
yeah.
that too. They'd be like, I have medicine, be like, oh, like go do this shit for me. It's like, nope. It's just like, thanks. Or just
That
pull
game,
shit out.
that game
I
definitely
haven't
had me like.
finished it, but that shit was intense.
Yeah.
I haven't finished it either, but I did play a decent amount to where I had fun. I
yeah.
loved going around just being like zombie.
But
Yeah,
just
I
like
like the
just
dark
like the what?
Like when it was like really dark, because it was like dark. Like the school part, I think was like,
Oh, where you actually had to get like the flashlights, like
yeah.
And then we
dude.
go out and you're like, no.
I just like stock up on like those zombie guts. Like I'm just like
dude, it gets so scary
every time.
when your light starts flickering and you're just like, fuck.
I know. And I don't know if I gotta hold it because like when you like leave it here, it's like so awkward. I have to like
Yeah.
have that like just kind of
Yeah.
like position.
I
like,
hold it, yeah.
Yeah.
It just feels better.
And just like I've always said with like actual zombie thing, like real people would be more of a problem, and that's how it was in that game.
Yeah.
When I had to I was sneaking through like guys' little fucking they set up in a house,
Yeah.
and they kind of found me already. So I'm like, shit, and was kind of creeping along. Walked across this little walkway and this balcony, and then I'm like hiding behind an open door. One guy comes by, I just grabbed him, and like right in the back. He was like, fuck, oh, and then shit, and I'm like,
I know you don't like you think you're a badass playing games when you're in VR. Like realize how shitty my aim is. Like when it comes to a real situation.
VR. See, that's the thing. VR, I'm a way better shot in real life than I am in VR.
Maybe it's just VR for sure.
I mean, I'm a good shot in real life, but in VR, actually, I do way better in VR than I do in regular games.
Yeah.
That's why I stopped playing Call of Duty because I was like, I'm fucking shit at this game.
yeah, when you're on VR.
Fucking ass at FPSs.
Oh, so VR doing like super hot. I did some fucking like Splinter Cell Sam Fisher shit one time and just was like, pow, fucking waxed it.
Yeah.
I was just thinking of Overwatch. I was like, what characters did I play in Overwatch? I was like, oh yeah, I played Diva, where it's just
Yeah, Diva was always my main.
continuous.
See, I
Holding
started
down.
playing Zenyatta in the end.
Really?
And I was
yeah,
just
Zenyatta.
bing, headshots, just hammered. If you get headshots, you fucking take them out as Zenyatta, man. It's over.
Especially if you throw the negative orb on them, and then
That's what it is.
Yeah, I started playing him a lot. That was one.
If you're good with just like charging up, just attacking, just like at the right moment.
Oh yeah, doing his Kamehameha.
Damage.
Kamehameha.
Same thing with Mira. That's why I got better with her. Like she can throw that orb or like takes it and you just like drain it at the same time.
Oh.
And it's just like she was way too OP for me.
I started playing her a lot too because
Yeah.
she was just fun, and you didn't really have to aim with her either.
Yeah, exactly. I never really used it for healing. I was more
true.
like which
I-
sucks,
damage
but-
dealer.
Yeah, I played mostly Zen and Reinhardt in the end.
Reinhardt.
But Reinhardt, I actually played him like you're supposed to. Because
You're supposed to be an actual
you're
tank.
supposed to block. You're not supposed to be focusing on swinging. If you can, sure, but this is your job.
Yep. Yep.
Nobody understood that.
Yeah, I was like, oh.
I'm like, oh, we already got a Reinhardt. That's cool. I'll play Zenyatta then or something. And
Always-
he's always dead. Always dead.
Always
that's right.
fucking sucked when a fucking Bastion is just right around the corner and just
I know,
through your fucking
man.
shield, and you're just like, how the fuck did these guys have an actual war against all the Bastion type
And, like,
machines
win.
and win?
I know.
nah.
I know.
How?
I thought the same. You saw Bastion's little like short right, like where he has like the flashback to like that war.
Yeah.
I was like, dude, what the fuck? This is like
way.
There's no like you even saw then like all the
You should have
Reinhardts
seen
are, like,
just a bunch of dead Reinhardts just fucking melted in pieces on the ground. Just like,
you see one in the background like he has his shield and it breaks and he's just like, oh. Like, you
Yeah.
just see one of them goes down like
it's fucking ridiculous. I was like,
this
this is
way too-
bullshit.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's another thing I thought of. Speaking of Blizzard games, Diablo 4 is coming out March 17th.
Ooh.
I knew it was soon. Right when we started talking about Blizzard, I was like, wait. So
So that's next week.
yeah.
Damn.
Next week, Friday. All right?
Yep, nailed
Yeah.
it.
Yeah,
I feel like I've
yeah.
been hearing about that game coming out like for like last year.
Yeah, I
And
mean,
I keep thinking
so-
it's gonna come out like the next month, and it's like, what the
I
fuck?
just watched the trailer again, the launch reveal trailer, which was 3 years ago, I believe.
yeah,
And that trailer was really good, really actually scary. Lilith's back and everything. Get bugged.
Dude, that cinematic with Lilith, that shit was like,
I know. I just watched it again
oh
like
my God.
a couple days ago. I was like, God, it's really spooky.
that holds up, man.
no, and she looks badass as fuck too. Like all red, just like this fucking just
Swept back horns, just graceful, just
Oh my
but like she'll motherfuck your whole life. And it's funny just talking about Lilith. I've been playing Marvel Midnight Suns. She's a big part in that too. You're Lilith's like firstborn son, basically. You're known as the Hunter. You know.
Praise Lucifina.
But there was a part in that Midnight Suns that cracked me up because like I think you're talking to Blade or something.
Oh yeah,
And he's like, in your character's like, you've been dead for 300 years. So you last time you were here was what, like 1600s, late 1600s
like
into
medieval
1700s.
times,
Yeah.
And he's and so everything's like new to you, and you're like, "Hey, old friend," you know. And they're like, "Bro, chill out. What the fuck are you talking about?"
I don't know you.
And you're working with like Nico Minoru, one of the Runaways.
Yeah.
Magic's there.
Yeah.
All that shit. And like you ask Blade, like, "Is your name really Blade?" And he's like, "No." Is your name the Hunter? And he's like, "Yeah,
yeah.
it is." And Blade's like, "Oh,
Okay.
oops."
Way to make him look stupid.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
he's like, "Is your name really the Hunter?"
Yes.
I hate to bring it back to Marvel
Sure
just
is.
because like the 5th time we've done it for this episode, but just like when Spider-Man, Peter Parker, goes and he introduces to Doctor Strange, and he goes,
Hey, I'm
he
Peter.
goes, "Hey, I'm Peter," and he goes, "Doctor Strange." He's like, "Oh, we're going by superhero names. Oh, Spider-Man."
These are made up
Yeah.
names. I'm Spider-Man.
Yeah. Oh, that's the one I was trying to tell you earlier about that part.
Oh, that was from the movie. you're
Yeah,
thinking
but
of.
they had like a little reference too in Midnight. I can't remember. He said something like that too.
Yeah, Spider-Man's in
Like
Midnight
he was
Suns,
like
too.
like mentioning his name or something, and they're like, "Oh, they're like, I'll use my real name or something."
Yeah.
It was like something like a little nod to it.
Yeah, and it's
Oh,
actually
man.
the voice actor from the PS4 Spider-Man game.
Yeah,
Yuri,
Yuri,
whatever his
yeah.
name is.
for
Yuri
the
Russian name.
for the first one, or the second Spider-Man game.
For the remaster.
For the
PlayStation.
first one, not Miles Morales.
Okay.
The Yuri who played Peter Parker in the Spider-Man game.
Gotcha.
Yeah, he did the voice for Spider-Man in Midnight Suns. I don't think it's the same Spider-Man, But yeah, just cool to hear him again.
Yeah.
Yes, he's just a good voice actor. He was Spectacular Spider-Man too, and then that one got canceled. But then he was in DC as like Black Spider, as like a little like I think it was like a
really?
little joke. Yeah, same voice actor. So
We got Spider-Man too.
yeah, so he was like being the bad Spider-Man. Like yeah, look at that.
We have one too.
Yeah, get
But
fucked.
this one's bad.
Fuck out of here.
Bad.
But I surprisingly like Midnight Suns a lot.
Midnight Suns is which one?
Like the game.
Yeah.
So it's more strategy, turn-based, and it's card-based, but it's not like it sounds really shitty when I say card-based. It's not.
Why?
Basically-
Yu-Gi-Oh was awesome.
I know. I know. but
Magic
it's
is
like,
awesome.
Speaking of Magic, she's in there too.
Pokemon is awesome.
Magic's in there too, and she's great. She's fucking Colossus's sister. You know, Magic.
Oh, Magic. Oh, okay.
With a
I was
K,
like,
Magic,
I was like,
Magic
why is the card game in that game?
Magic the Gathering.
I was super confused.
You walk in, Spider-Man, Doctor Strange, or
Like, I wanna
Magic the Gathering.
I play.
One of the planes people. I don't know a lot about Magic the Gathering. I'm sorry. I tried to get into that.
I barely know about it just because we played a little
I
bit
only
when
know
I was in
like
Japan.
planeswalkers and shit and all that. That's it.
Yeah, I know way more about Yu-Gi-Oh! First
The
generation.
heart of the cards. Yeah.
First generation with actually Yu-Gi. I don't know anything else about those like what
Is that shit
DX,
still going?
G, something.
Yu-Gi-Oh?
Good question. I really don't know.
Good question. I don't really care.
I stopped watching after Yugi and them were gone, and Kaiba and Joey.
It's not the same. Joey.
When they
Black-
first did
Red
that.
Eyes Black Dragon.
Yeah,
Red
Hell yeah.
Eyes Black Dragon.
and his New York
I
accent.
love that.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, come on, guys, you gotta believe in the heart of God.
Dude,
Hey,
that's
Danny
so
Zuko, what
funny.
you doing?
When I heard his voice again, like recently, like holy shit, they really like played into.
Oh, dude, I rewatched
I
it
love
and I was
that.
like, oh my god, I forgot he had a fucking New York
What,
accent.
what was the name of the bad guy who had the whole tune deck? The white-haired red suit. Who was that guy? I forgot.
Oh, Pegasus.
Pegasus. That's right.
Yeah.
But I just saw like the little like meme of it the other day where they were like, "Nah, Bandit Keith was wild, and this is a card game. He pulled a fucking gun on Pegasus. This is a card game, bro." Bandit Keith's like, "Fuck that."
Oh, yeah.
It in hindsight, it really is kind of funny how serious they took like a card game. Like overall,
When you
like
think
that's
about
all they're
it.
doing is just playing cards, and they're just like, "You motherfucker! Like, I'm fucking dizzy. I'm
like
a
all in
banish
their
you to the
head.
shadow realm."
Like people walking by, they're just like in the mall food court, just like making noises in their head. It's just, like that's what they're really doing. Yeah, it's like
But could you imagine going into a comic book shop nowadays and just all of a sudden there's in the back you see holograms and them like fucking duh, and you're just
that would
like
be sick.
I bet that'll be probably in our lifetime. We'll have some shit like that. I'd imagine
they
some kind of version of a Star
Have a
Wars Hollow
VR.
chess. You know,
they have a VR game, Yu-Gi-Oh.
Really?
Yeah.
I haven't had that yet. I'm playing
The
that.
dude, it's fucking cool. They haven't like mass produced it yet, like for all console or not all console, but like the
headsets
Oculus or
and
something like
it's not
that.
on there.
No, not yet. Unless you were to plug up your Oculus to a computer.
Oh, is it like on Steam and stuff? And then you have
Yeah,
to, like, oh,
I think they
okay.
have like a beta version of it, and it's cool because you have all your cards is laying out in front of you, and they're all stood up this way.
Fuck yeah.
And you're just like, I want to pick this one, place that face down, and I'm gonna play fucking dark magician, and then you'll see him just and get summoned right in front of you, and I'm just like,
Sick.
That's sick. I would get that.
I would
get that.
hella
for
play that shit.
It's like my childhood just living out. Like I swear to God, I was the only kid who didn't have that disc thing.
Oh, I
Like,
had one
I
of them
did not have
motherfuckers,
it.
man.
I
You had
was
one
like,
too,
God
right?
damn it.
I had
Everyone
one
had
of
one.
them.
Oh, you did have one,
I had
huh?
one, yeah.
That's right. Yeah.
Fucking
You said you didn't have one, bro.
I did.
You wanna play?
My mom hates me.
How did that go?
I love the action of it because it's like sitting on both sides.
So cool.
And then all of a sudden it's just and you're just like,
It was so fucking cool.
I have a memory of playing like with like playing Yu-Gi-Oh with like some kid from like an elementary school, but he had it and I didn't, so I just felt like a dick because like he had like the whole thing and I was just like just standing on my cards. It was just like what an
Putting him
asshole.
on a table like a dickhead.
Yeah, I know. I was like, this is fucking cheap. Like, my card.
Laying out your mat like an asshole.
I know.
I used to
Give
have-
me a second.
used to have a group of friends. We would go over, there's a court over near here that we would walk over there with our fucking discs. And all of us would do like a mini tournament, and we'd all fuck with our decks right before this. We do the whole however many cards you're allowed in a deck. I think it's like 55 or some shit like that.
All the rules.
And we went by the rules, and we were sitting over here like,
Yeah, I tried my best.
"Ha! You falling for my trap?"
He fell into my
Like
trap
slam the
card.
shit.
Play this card face down.
Fuck. That was such good times.
Oh, simpler times.
Being a nerd when you were younger was so just fun.
I know.
And it was not cool back then.
No, it wasn't.
Super not cool. It's
Now
crazy
it is.
how now everyone's like, "Oh, I'm a nerd this, I'm a nerd
That's
that."
what
I'm
I'm
like, "Where the
saying,
fuck
man.
were all you?" Huh?
There's like people I see who like love watching anime. I'm like, you would have made fun of me. But I was like, dude, if this was like 12 years ago, you would have been saying some shit for sure. But now you're like,
fucking
oh, nerd.
nerd.
Yeah, it's like, oh, okay, now it's cool, huh?
Fuck you. I was a nerd. I was a nerd before it was cool. Okay, hipster.
Yeah, I know.
That fucking does it. I challenge you to a duel.
You're like, you're bro, put to the test right now.
That's it.
Pikachu,
Let's just start doing the
Just
wrong
slowly
thing.
put your Yu-Gi-Oh cards away. I thought this is the wrong game.
Like, oh, all right.
The fuck?
I have that. I have the Beyblade Arena though. I had that.
Yep, I had that
shit
too.
down. Like,
I
ready?
think I brought it up last time after the show. We were talking about Beyblades, and I was like, I had some off-brand Beyblade that was like twice the size of a normal one. Nobody wanted to play with me because it would just fucking knock people's normal Beyblades poof, out of the fucking ring because it was this
if they had
semi-truck.
if they had the plastic ones.
Yeah.
I remember having the metal one or two metal ones that I was like, okay, I definitely can't use this against people because people get mad.
It will break it.
Yeah.
Nobody wanted to play with those.
My metal one would fuck that plastic one up. So I always had to go with one of my janky plastic ones. I was like,
I could end this.
kill Sarah. Yeah, for real.
I was like, child.
I remember having this Beyblade that was like, I don't know, it was called Scorpio. You know, obviously after a zodiac sign, but it had like this extra ring and it looked like a Saturn. So it was huge.
shit.
It was like this, but the actual Beyblade was like that. So it had ring, and I would use that, and that one was actually kind of fun to play with. Pretty much dominated the arena because it was so fat,
So big. It just
and it
was
would
like,
just sit in the
get
middle.
away from me. Get away from me. Get away from me.
And the other one's just like bing, 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 going around the shit. I was like, oh my god.
It's not even fun.
All right.
So
Yeah,
yeah,
you get it.
yeah, Beyblade, cool.
Good old Beyblade.
Yeah,
Good old Beyblade.
Sorry, we got interrupted because some fucking car alarm. Someone wanted to fucking steal shit already.
Had to go off.
Fucker. Oh, I'm a car alarm. Look at me. Me.
Oh, I'm keeping you safe.
That old Dane Cook put seatbelt. Gasoline is my blood.
I forgot about that.
Or oil is my blood, whatever.
But anyways, that does it for this season 3 opener of Big Effin Nerds.
Yes.
Thank you, Marco, for joining us.
Oh yeah, thanks for inviting me. It's so far away, but it's okay. I'll come back.
He's like, it took too fucking long,
it
but
took
you
me
know.
fucking hours.
We're still getting our shit together, you know?
Yeah.
Still are, you know?
No, I'll
Ever
come back
upwards.
anytime for sure.
We're not in a full studio yet.
Nah.
No.
Hopefully soon. You start dismantling the set. What are you fucking doing?
Tears.
He's not real.
Yeah, for real. But thank you once again for tuning back in. Thank you for coming back and joining us. We really appreciate it.
Yeah.
Go
Do
ahead.
it again.
Do it again.
Yeah.
Follow us on Instagram, TikTok, Spotify, and Anchor.fm. You can also check us out on YouTube. We got the video versions coming out every Saturday, audio every Fridays.
So next week we'll be focusing pretty big on the shows.
Pretty big on the shows because Matt needs to catch up.
I'll have 3 things to watch between now and then.
Not to mention we've had our little week break, so we got a little bit of stuff to talk about. So definitely a heavy focus on the shows for next week.
Right.
I was like,
Yeah.
man wants to watch.
Just kind of weird hearing like a third voice and like, oh,
I'm like, hey guys, did you know
what would-
I'm actually here? Dude,
What if we went the whole episode just ignoring fucking Marco?
I was trying to remind myself that I'm also on the podcast this time because I'm so used to like hearing it. So I was kind of just like hearing it. I was like, oh shit.
Buddy boy over here is just like,
Because I used to hear it in my
is
car,
great.
and you guys would talk, and I like interject to myself, and I'm doing it now, and I'm like, oh shit, you guys are
Oh,
actually.
this is actually.
They're listening to me.
Oh shit, I got it.
But yeah, no, that I do believe that is honestly pretty much it. Heavy focus for next week for
That'll do
shows,
it.
and yeah, Matt, got anything to say for the nerds out there?
You know, I think just gonna kick it old school. You know, just bring it back. Later, taters.
Oh shit!
All right,
Well done.
see you later.